Welcome back to Garage Matters. This is a 2010 Nissan Frontier. It has the factory stereo system, and I want some Bluetooth. Come on over here, and let me tell you all about this really cheap Bluetooth FM transmitter that I picked up. This is a Nulaxy wireless FM transmitter. Last purchased on April 29th. Cost me around $13.99, but after taxes and shipping, came up to be roughly around 15 bucks. I'm kind of curious about the deep bass that it claims. Now, I've tried these Bluetooth FM transmitters in the past. They worked okay. I'm kind of curious if the quality of these FM transmitters nowadays have improved. So this is for my Nissan Frontier, and I didn't want to spend too much money, so I'm going to try this out. Now on the side here, it does have this bass boost button. I'm kind of curious how much bass this little device is going to be able to add to my music. And then over here, we do have a lighting button. My guess is this lighting button is going to change the colors on this faceplate. Right here, it looks like we have a knob to change the stations. And then over here, we do have two USB ports to charge from. And then down here, looks like we have two 36-watt USB ports down here for charging as well. So let's go ahead and get this hooked up into the Nissan Frontier and see if it's worth our $15. This truck is so old that it doesn't have Bluetooth capability with this factory stereo system. So that's pretty much why I'm going to use this FM transmitter to give me that Bluetooth capability. And what I noticed about some of these newer vehicles is that some of them don't even have these 12-volt outlets anymore. So I don't even think you can use these on some of these newer vehicles. But we'll go ahead and plug this up in here, turn the key to the on position, and hook it up. Actually, what I noticed is that as soon as I plugged it in here, it already turned on. My key's in the off position, so I don't even know if I'm going to like this or not, because every time I want it on and off, it seems like... Let me see if I can turn it off. Nope. So it seems like every time I want it on and off, I'll have to like unplug it and then plug it back in whenever I want to use it again, which is going to be extremely annoying, but we'll just go ahead and try it out and see what it sounds like. Now, with it blinking earlier, what it was telling us to do was go ahead and pair it up with our phone. So I've already paired it to my phone via Bluetooth. Let's go ahead and press this lighting button over here and see if we can change these colors. Okay, so it looks like it just turns it off. Then you can cycle it through these various colors to whatever color that you like. So I think for this, we're just going to leave it, I guess we'll just leave it on red for now. And then for up here, I'm just going to try to select a station that's not being used. I'm just going to hit the seek right here. Okay, so from 95 to 99. So I think I'm going to go down to 97. So there shouldn't be anything on 97. We'll go to 97.1. And then we'll come down here to our transmitter down here, and to select the channel down here, you gotta press down on this button. Once it starts blinking, you can rotate this knob. So we're gonna rotate this knob to, let's see, rotate it to 97.1. Alright, almost there. Alright, so 97.1, and then we're just gonna push this button again. Now we've got the transmitter set to 97.1. Our radio station set to 97.1. I'll come down to my phone right here and press the play button and see what happens. Alright, so it's playing. Turn up the volume. Alright. So it seems like 97.1. Down here is 97.1. And it doesn't seem like it's working. So let's go ahead and just try to go down a couple of channels. Nope. Alright. Alright, still skipping, so what we can do is come back down here and try to adjust these channels down here. Maybe it'll play better. Okay, so about 2. No, not 2. Okay. Now this is kind of weird. So down here on the transmitter, it says 97. And then up here it says 97.1. So if down there was 97.1, you couldn't hear any music at all. Alright, so up here I turned the volume up some more. Yeah, this FM transmitter is pretty much trash. I can't even listen to this music. Now that was a total waste of 15 bucks. It appears that these FM transmitters have just gotten worse throughout the years. I'm not even going to return it. Stay until the end and watch me throw it in the trash. And remember, join us next time on Garage Matters and hit that like and subscribe button.